could also be connected to other home and car burglaries around the area over the last several weeks.
Disabling the vehicle, drawing their guns as they arrested the three suspects.
Three suspects, one Piat maneuver, and a fence that all three of them really believed was going to save them. Spoiler, it did not save a single one of them.
The men fled, but a Miami-Dade police helicopter later spotted them on the Palmetto.
Here's how one clean pit turned into 3 arrests. Miami-Dade County, Florida.
Sky 10 hovering above as 3 suspects are taken into custody in West Miami-Dade.
3 suspects wanted in connection with an attempted burglary are running from the police in a Dodge Charger. And this is a multi-agency situation. The Miami-Dade Police Department is on it, and the Florida Highway Patrol has moved in to assist. That's an important detail.
Our objective is that we want to make Miami the safest city in America. So the officers are being hyper-vigilant.
Because when you've got both the local department and the state highway patrol working the same fleeing car, the odds are not tilting in the Charger's favor.
More than a dozen officers were called out. A perimeter was set up.
There are simply more units, more angles, and more radios coordinating exactly where this thing is going. So an FHP trooper does what FHP troopers do.
One along Old Cutler Road in Pinecrest. Surveillance video showing several people getting out of a car.
He moves up on the Charger to end the pursuit the fast, controlled way, before it can turn into a long, dangerous run through the county. The longer one of these goes, the more chances it has to go wrong for somebody who isn't even involved.
Car burglaries around the area over the last several weeks.
Ending it early, on the trooper's terms, is how you keep an attempted burglary chase from turning into something that hurts a random driver at the next light. He lines up the PIT, and this is where the Charger's night falls apart. The trooper makes contact and the dash cam catches the impact perfectly.
Broke into several cars in Pinecrest just this morning.
The Charger spins and stops, and its rear bumper is left hanging halfway off the car like a loose tooth. That car is not going anywhere else tonight, which the 3 suspects immediately understand. The second the Charger stops, all 3 doors fly open and all 3 of them bail out and go straight for a fence.
The black might be in custody. I'll report it for you.
And credit to their cardio, they get over it. A passenger in a car on the Palmetto Expressway actually films one of them clearing the fence, because in 2024 there's always somebody recording. But here's the flaw in the plan.
Police say the 2 men jumped back over the fence and got back inside the Charger.
The 3 of them run in 3 different directions, which feels clever in the moment. Split up, make the officers pick. Some of us get away.
Dashcam video from highway patrol officers shows a chase on the busy Palmetto Expressway northbound lanes Thursday afternoon.
In reality, against a coordinated multi-agency response that already has the area boxed, splitting up just means you're now 3 separate, easier to corner problems instead of one group. And that's exactly how it plays out. Troopers and officers fan out through the neighborhood, and one by one the runners run out of places to run.
79 from 79, you just got northbound, you should be passing 9 by now.
In the area of Northwest 68th Street and 77th Avenue, they get them. All 3. The fence bought them a few seconds and a viral clip of one guy going over it. And that's all it bought them. Every single suspect who ran from that Charger was located and taken into custody. This is the part these bailouts never account for.
Jumped over the fence on State Road 826, but he didn't get far.
Jumping a fence feels like an escape. It looks like one on camera. But a fence doesn't make you disappear.
Officers catching up to that black Dodge Charger, its bumper falling off.
It just moves you from a car the police are watching to a neighborhood the police are now flooding. The Charger was the easy part to find.
Deputies say this chase started when they were following robbery suspects.
3 guys on foot in a contained area, with 2 agencies looking, is not the upgrade they thought it was. And splitting up, which feels like the smart move, is usually the worst one. Together, 3 people are one problem the officers solve once. Apart, they're 3 separate trails.
Could also be connected to other home and car burglaries around the area over the last several weeks.
But also 3 separate people who each have to find their own perfect hiding spot in an unfamiliar neighborhood while a coordinated search closes in from every direction. All splitting up really does is guarantee that when one of them gets caught, he can't help the other two, and none of them can watch each other's backs. There's also the small matter of the camera.
Sky 10 hovering above as 3 suspects are taken into custody in West Miami-Dade.
One of them got filmed going over the fence by a random driver on the Palmetto. In a world where every phone is a camera, and every intersection has one too, the clean getaway on foot is mostly a myth. You don't just have to lose the police, you have to lose everyone with a phone and a view of you, and that is a much taller fence than the one they jumped.
According to police, one of the suspects was quickly detained outside of the vehicle, the female suspect just a few feet away.
So the final count on the Great Fence Escape is 3 suspects out, 3 suspects caught.
Sheriff's deputies in Florida Highway Patrol surrounding the suspects.
A perfect undefeated record for the Florida Highway Patrol and Miami-Dade PD.
18-year-old Kenneth Ervin, the alleged getaway driver, 20-year-old Kamari Jackson, and 18-year-old Payton Pierre attempted the break-in.
Both males proceeded to jump the fence of the victim's residence. So they made entry.
And a perfectly useless fence. The 3 were identified as 18-year-old Payton Pierre, 18-year-old Kenneth Ervin, and 20-year-old Kamari Jackson. All 3 appeared in court and were charged with burglary. Jackson also picked up accusations of running from police and resisting arrest, because if you're going to add charges, adding them for the part where you jumped a fence and lost is a bold choice.
City of Miami police swarm a Little Havana neighborhood. A perimeter set up blocking several streets.
So credit to FHP and Miami-Dade for the clean version of this. One controlled pit to stop the car, then a coordinated sweep that accounted for all 3 runners without anyone getting hurt. That's what good multi-agency work looks like. And it's why the fence plan never had a chance.
Deputies say this chase started when they were following robbery suspects.
And it's a good reminder of how these actually end, versus how they feel in the moment. On the ground, sprinting away from a wrecked Charger, that fence probably felt like freedom. Adrenaline, a head start, a barrier between you and the cops. But from above, with 2 agencies coordinating,
2 were quickly handcuffed. The other jumped over the fence on State Road 826, but he didn't get far.
it was never freedom. It was just the last few seconds before the inevitable, spent getting sweaty. 3 suspects, 3 directions, 1 outcome. All of them in the back of a patrol car. 1 PIT, 3 runners, 1 fence, and a final score of 3 for 3 in favor of the police. Be honest, if you'd been suspect number 3 watching the other 2 go over that fence, do you run, or do you just sit down and save everyone the trouble? Tell me in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.